Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you, Jill, for joining me today, pressing play on the video. Today our project is this set of Valentine card and a little handmade box that you could pop all sorts of things into. If I open it, you can see it's quite a bit of space in there. You could pop in a few wrapped sweets, maybe some bars of green and black, some little mini bars, whatever you like really. If it was from a man to his wife, maybe a bit of jewellery wrapped up in tissue paper, all sorts of little romantic things you could pop in there. Maybe some bath salts or something like that, even something like that. Anyway, I'm going to show you how I made these. I made these for a blog hop at the weekend. I'm not sure when this video is going to be going out. Possibly yesterday was when it appeared on my blog, and I was inspired by a page in the catalogue. The new mini catalogue is the suite is quite early on in the catalogue. Let me find it. It's called Sweet Talk. It's partly there. Here we go. Right, and here's the page that I was inspired by. So I've more or less directly replicated the box, just changed it a little bit there. But I've done, what I did make a mistake with my box, I don't know if you can see, but I've got the seam of my paper, the join there, so I should have done it that way round. This is stuck down with dimensional, so I don't really want to change it, but I'll try and get it the right way round today. And then my card was inspired by this one, so I have changed that up a little bit. So I've done a different background, used the same strips of paper, not the same as here, but my same, because I wanted it to coordinate with my box. And then Love You from the Love You More Than dies, I think they're called. So let's get started and I'll show you how I made them. So our box is actually part of this suite. It's one of these, what's it called, sweet little boxes. They come in a pack of 10 for $9.25, so you get they're about 90p each, I guess, and you get 10 in a pack. Really lovely and really easy to put together, because not only have they cut it out and scored it all for you, but they've also put this double-sided tape on, so you don't even need glue to put these together. So I'll just show you how I did it, because I did put my box together before I did any decorating, which you can decide whether you want to do that, or if you use another method you could decorate before you put it together. So I'm just going to burnish it. It's quite stiff cardboard. They're very sturdy, these little boxes. So there we go. But they are rather lovely. So there we go. And so just burnish all the folds so that you can make it. So we just need to do these two in the middle. So you've got nice crisp bends, and it will make it easier to stick. And then all you're going to do, so these little flaps in the middle here need to fold inwards, and then you've got double-sided tape on these two, so those are going to go inside, and those are the only two sides that need to be glued. So what you're going to do is remove the double-sided tape, or the cover of the double-sided tape, if I can do that. There we go. And then I can't remember whether I did both together or one at a time, but let's do, I think I must have done both together because it makes it a bit tricky, so let's do that. So just push this together. Got my fingers sticking to the double-sided tape, which is not a good look. Just put that down, making it look much more complicated than it is. It's really actually very simple. There we go, just push them together, and it's very sturdy double-sided tape, so you won't have a problem. And then those flaps bend in, and this just bends there. So you can only open it at one end, you can only open it this end. You might want to put a little thumb hole here. That was the only thing that I thought about, but I haven't done on mine. So that's your box. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of card. Now I'm going to change up the colours that I'm using. I'm going to use this paper this time, which is a bit more Valentine's-y, if you like. This is quite Valentine-y. Bit feminine maybe, so I'm going to use this this time. So we need two pieces. We need a piece of cardstock and a piece of real red card. So just grab my trimmer that's behind me here. Right, we need this to be 18 centimetres by 8.9 centimetres, and that means it should be exactly the height of your box. So 18, this will give us enough card to wrap around the box by 8.9. Let's get rid of that. 8.9. So I did try it with 9 and it was just a little bit too big, and 8.8 was a bit small, so I think 8.9. If I put it against my box, should be exactly right. Can you see that? So now what I did was I didn't measure and score and burnish first. What I did was I just wrapped my card around my box. So I knew that I wanted the fold to be, I think I wanted the fold to be on a side for this one. So I started there and I just bent the card round here, just gently, and then took it off and burnished. So that was my first fold. Place that on the box and then do another side. And I did them one at a time so that I could get nice crisp folds each time. There we go, so that's there. And then we need, I'm just trying to make this, keeping this absolutely straight. We need to come around to this one. And burnish. And then we're on the home straight now. Oh no, what have I done? Oh, I've missed one out. Oh, silly girl. This one I should have done next. Never mind, that will be at the back, so don't worry too much if you do the same, because we can hide it at the back under the DSP. Needed to do another one for the spine. Where is it there? And then, I thought my cardstock was looking like it was a bit long. I was thinking maybe I'd mismeasured. But there, so there you go. That goes around there. Yes, we don't need that score line there, so don't do that if you're doing this. And then we come to there. And then that's the last one that we need. Now I'm just going to trim a little bit of this off, just because I could see that it was hanging over a little bit and I want a nice flush. I'm just going to shave off a couple of centimetres. So maybe your piece needs to be like 17.8, something like that. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, that's much better. I can put that one in and do that one there. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to get gluing. So a little bit of Tombow. This will give you a little bit of wiggle room just in case you don't place it correctly on your box the first time. So I would always recommend using Tombow for things like this. Just going to grab my silicone brush. Every video I do where I use this, I get asked, so I will tell you it's from Amazon. If you Google silicone brush from Amazon, it's usually in the makeup section. I'm not quite sure. I think maybe they use it for dyeing hair or something like that. It's like in the beauty section of Amazon, but they're very, very cheap. I think you could get 3 of them for about £5, so they're not expensive. So there we go, and then you're just going to wrap your box around your card around your box and just make sure it's sat on your box perfectly. There we go. Perfect. Just give this, I'm just going to give this a little bit of a burnish because that was the fold that I didn't need, that I did by mistake, so don't do as I did. And then there. Then we're going to do the same with our DSP, except it needs to be a bit shorter, so it only needs to be 7.5, your DSP. 7.5 centimetres, or about 2 3/4 if you're working in imperial, in inches. Right, okay, now we're going to have a join at the back here, so we're going to do it there to there. So we're going to do our join at the back rather than at the side. And so again, we're going to find the first fold and burnish. So that's going there. Take it round, bend it. So it is possible, you could just take your card and you could just measure, but I always find that you only have to be a tiny millimetre out and it just throws the whole thing. So I quite like doing it like this so I get a perfect fit. But of course it's completely up to you. You can measure and score and then place it on if you want to. You could also do this as a bit like a belly band that would slide off, but I quite like the idea of covering the whole box and for it being stuck on there. So it's totally up to you. This is just an idea of what to do with these little boxes. I think they're really cute, and if you were going to, you know, give out a few Valentine gifts, I think it'd be really cute in these boxes. And then the last one. So the last one is there. Oh, not quite the last one. We've got one more to do. Burnish that one, and then burnish that one. Like so. And again, just going to come in with my Tombow. Not quite so easy to see, the Tombow on this pattern, but it's fine. This side of the DSP is actually one of my favourites, and you could use this side if you didn't want to do a Valentine's box. If you didn't want to use it for Valentine's, you could use this just to make any sort of gift box, really. There we go. It's not long till Valentine's Day. It always creeps up on me, Valentine's Day. I run a shop where I sell handmade cards, and I always miss out on Valentine's because by the time Christmas is over and I've kind of recovered, I'm never organised enough to get, oh, that's not right. Let's try again. There. That's why the Tombow is great. There we go. Just make sure it's centred down here. Making a bit of a pig's ear of this, but it is very easy, I assure you. Yeah, I always miss out on Valentine's in my card shop because I'm never quite ready to for Valentine's. You really need to get them listed. I know our shops put them on sale straight after Christmas because actually it can really catches you unawares. Right, there's my box. Now, what else did we do? We need a little tag, and I'm going to cut out the same heart, which is from this pattern of paper. Haven't got that many actually of that one, so we've got one. We've only got two more of those, so you couldn't make a whole load, but you have got some in different colours. Text me. Oh, that one says you are cute as well. Text me. So, but I'm going to use this. I'm going to use my last one of these. I'm going to cut carefully to get to it between these other hearts because I've got a feeling I'm going to do a card with some of these hearts. So I don't want to destroy them. So I'm just going to cut out my heart that I want. And then I'm going to take 2 dies from the set. I'll put that over there. Just move my grid paper out of the way. 2 dies from the set we need. We need to cut out the heart, which you could fussy cut, to be fair. You could fussy cut this heart without any problem. But I'm going to use my trimmer, my little mini trimmer. So where did I put the set? Here we go. And the dies you want are this one, and we're going to use this little tag. So this is going to go on here. Don't quite know how I'm going to fix it on because I've cut it so close to the borders, but hey ho, let's give it a try. We cut it a bit too close to the borders, if truth be told. I need to leave a bigger border around than I did. And then the tag is going to be cut out of real red. So I'm just going to cut this piece of cardstock. There we go. And that scooches through my machine. Having a bit of a problem with my handle recently, like that, yeah. I think I'm going to have to get in touch with Stampin' Up and ask if that's a failure. It does it. You can just push it back in really easily, but I don't think it's meant to do that. Right, there's our 2 bits, and then all I need, let's get rid of this, is some real red ribbon. And we've got this lovely faux linen red ribbon in the catalogue that's part of this suite. So now most of you will know how good I am at tying bows on camera, but we will give it a go. So leave enough to tie your bow. That should be enough, so I'm just going to cut it off there. And bring these up so they are the same length. Tie a knot. Now I did this first time on the one that I've shown you, so let's see if I can do it first time today. What's the betting? I have a little bet that I won't. You'd think after all these years I would get better at tying bows, but still find it a bit fiddly. But I'm so miserly, I don't want to waste too much ribbon, so I do tend to cut my ribbon fairly short. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Got a kink in it there though. Let's straighten that out. Got a loop that's, oh, that's better. There we go. Oh, perfect. I'm quite happy with that. So just trim this off. And this, so that's our ribbon bow, and everything just coordinates so well. This is the joy of Stampin' Up. Everything is coordinated. I've got red card, I've got pattern paper, I've got ribbon. Before I joined Stampin' Up, that was not the case. It was really difficult to get things, and especially reds and pinks can be so many different textures. So that's going there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a couple of dimensionals on the bottom here, so that the bottom is raised up, and I don't need to put anything on the, oh, I've not got any big ones left, not many. I need to open another packet obviously. It will hold in place because it's a very lightweight tag. Oh, let's stick the heart on before we do that actually. So here's my heart that we die cut. Yeah, I was a bit too close to the edge when I did it, so let's just cut that off. It's not bad, look. Oh dear. Made a bit of a pig's ear of this as well. I'm going to trim off here. Yeah, this is going to be a video of how not to do it rather than how to do it. There we go. That's going to sit on there. It looks exactly as if I fussy cut this, but hey ho. That's going to go on there. I was trying to be really frugal with the rest of the paper so I didn't ruin it. And then, like I said, I'm just going to pop 2 dimensionals on the bottom here so it will sit up. But it will be down where the ribbon is when it tucks under the ribbon. So, oh, there we go. So just tuck it under your ribbon and maybe to one side. And there we are. So there's our 2 little boxes. Very, very cute, I think. Really liking those. And yeah, looking forward to being able to pop some things in those. To give to people on Valentine's Day. So thank you very much for watching. I'll be back and very, very soon with the card, the video for the card that matches, and we'll do a matching card for this one. So please join me for that. But meanwhile, thanks for watching and I'll talk to you later. Bye.